Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to IELTS with Shaybani Group 23 class number 16. Today I'm going to start with reading, with the reading technique or skill, because we have more, we say, important issues to cover today. It's a very important day for writing. Task 2. You have, yes. Psychology of innovation. Yes, you have this paragraph. Okay, psychology of innovation. We have multiple choice question. Yes. Question 27. The example of the $1 million quartet underlines the writer's point about. He talked about 4 famous singers, 5 actually, but one of them left the group. And because he left the group, he was not famous like the others. What is the answer? C. C is the correct answer. He said, what writers point about having a shared objective. That's the main idea of the whole text, the psychology of innovation. How to be innovative? I asked you a question yesterday, if you remember. Is it enough? Sample. Yes. Is it enough to be genius, to be super duper person, to be successful, or you need others with you to be successful? Yes, this is the question actually. So people, yeah, the key, okay, yes. You did be working as a team? No. Having a shared objective. Look here, look. The key is here, Zaid. He said $1 million quartet. It is somewhere, yes, here. In the last paragraph, third paragraph, he said, the sun, yes, sun's $1 million quartet could have been a quantet. Quartet rubai could be a quantet, means could be 5. No. They are a group. The $1 million quartet, الرباعي الذهبي أو الرباعي المليوني, they call it $1 million quartet, رباعي $1,000,000. Okay, could be a quantet, could be 5, not 4, 5. How? Yes. Okay, look here. One of the most famous photographs in the story of rock and roll emphasizes Cialdini's views. The 1956 picture of singers Elvis Presley 1, Carl Perkins 2, Johnny Cash 3, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Okay, so this is 4. Jamming at a piano in Sun Studios in Memphis tells a hidden story. Sun's $1 million quartet could have been a quantet. Missing from the picture is Roy Orbison, a greater natural singer than Lewis, Perkins, or Cash. Sam Phillips, who owned the Sun, wanted to revolutionize popular music with songs that fused black and white music and country and blues. Presley, Cash, Perkins, and Lewis, 1, 2, 3, 4, the quartet, instinctively understood Phillips' ambition and believed in it. Orbison wasn't inspired by the goal and only ever achieved 1 hit with the Sun label. So these 4 people اللي هم Presley, Cash, Perkins, and Lewis. They believed in Orbson, in Philip's ambition. So they believe these four. That person, the other one, which is called Orbson, wasn't with the group. So he didn't share the goal, didn't share the main goal with them. Anyway, he was genius, but he couldn't have more than one hit. يعني المعنى لم يشتهر مثل البقية مثل بريزلي أو البقية اللي هي like Jerry Lee Lewis or Carl Perkins or Johnny Cash. No. فهذا الشخص اختار طريقة alone without sharing a goal. That's the idea of the whole passage, the psychology of innovation. Yes, you have to, yes, you have to read the whole paragraph because this is a main idea question. This is, we said this is, it happened like the same thing happened. If you know the story about Lapitha, the people in the Pacific, you have to read that this little paragraph to get what he means. That's the idea. And that's why these paragraphs are not big. Okay, the next one. Then he moves to another example. Yes, the DNA something. Yes, James Watson suggested that he and Francis Crick won the race to discover the DNA code because they what? Yes, what is the answer? It is A. Well, yes, we're conscious of their own limitations. There is another lady, she's genius. Yes, they talked about a lady, what is her name? Yes, here. He said, where is it? Okay, James Watson, together, I'm reading here. With Francis Crick discovered the structure, blah, 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 genetic. Yes, when asked how they had cracked the code ahead of any area of highly accomplished rival investigators, he said something that stunned me. He said, he and Crick had succeeded because they were aware that they were not the most intelligent. Yeah. رحم الله امرئ عرف قدر نفسه. So they know their limitations. Okay, the smartest scientist was called Rosalind Franklin, who Watson said was so intelligent, she rarely sought advice, rarely asked for help, almost never, because she's super duper brave. And that's why she didn't get the solve the enigma, okay? So she didn't solve the DNA. They won the Nobel Prize at the end. Yeah. So that's why, guys, هذا هو رأيي أنا بالذات. أنا if you ask Mr. Shaber, what do you think? I believe in achievement. I don't believe in geniusity or being genius or clever. Because clever, this is something personal. If you want to deal with others, if you want to achieve your goals, you have to develop your achievement. Yes, that's it. No more, no less. If you take the IELTS, follow the rules, follow the procedures, follow the techniques, and that's it. Don't think much. Just do the technique and be in the safe side. Good. That's it. Always people who ask too many questions in IELTS and think a lot, their achievement is low. The people who do the techniques, they follow the procedures, their achievement is higher than clever people. Unfortunately, this is the case. So this is C, this is A. Number 29? No, it is D. Writer mentions competitions on breakfast cereal packets as an example of what? Strengthen commitment. When they ask you to write by your hand on Kellogg's cereal, when you write, you are committed yourself to that subject. Sometimes they say for children, Chupa Chups or what's the famous thing? The popcorn, not popcorn, the cornflakes. There's this brand, Kellogg's. They say, do the puzzle. So the child takes a pen behind the box to do the puzzle. Why doing this? To be connected to the box. So when the child sees the box in a supermarket, he will point to his mom, that one. That because there is, yeah, clever strategy, yeah, advertisement. The answer is the very act of writing makes us more likely to believe it. What does that mean? Yeah, the writing, when you write, you make yourself believe it, more believe it. So strengthen commitment because it asks you to believe in it. Okay, and there is another, we say trick. There is a gift inside the box. So when you open the box, there is maybe a small toy. So children, they want to open to get this toy. And this is again, trying to have a commitment, some commitment with them. 30, in the last paragraph, the writer suggests that it is important for employees to be, yes, feel that their contributions are valued. And this is very important from managers. They should make employees feel that their participations are important to the work. Okay, yes, no, not given. Sorry, before it, we have the matching thing. Okay, 31 is G, 32 is E, 33 is A, 34 is F, and 35 is B. That's the most difficult question. Then finally, so G, E, A, F, B. Okay, now the yes, no, not given. Number okay, so number 36 is no. 37 is yes. And 38 is not given. Have the potential to be creative. Just a minute, let me finish this. They're not given. Then no. Okay, most people have the potential to be creative. Question number 37. 37. Which paragraph? Sorry? Second paragraph? No, which paragraph? Just tell me where did you find it, and then I'll tell you. Studies at Harvard Business School show that although some individuals may be more creative than others, almost every individual can be creative in the right circumstances. Yes, most people have the potential to be, yes, they have the potential, but what do they need? The right place, right environment, right circumstances. Yeah. Anyway, we don't have this, our thinking in our, well, we say work. This passage actually talks about it's not a fact, it's psychology. What's psychology? It's how do the most a writer called Cialdini, his name. Why are so few companies truly innovative? So he talks about a person called Cialdini, and he took examples about singers, he took examples about the DNA. Anyway, this is, yeah. Okay, the last one is about we said a biological fact. Autumn leaves. Yes, the noun is silent, Zaid. We don't say autumn, or fall. Make it fall, F-A-L-L. Fall is okay. What page? Okay, autumn leaves. This is a purely scientific passage. It talks about science. Okay, number 14, C, then B, then H, then no, H, then B again. Yes, B again and E. So C, B, H, B, E. So B, you have two B's here, 15 and 17. Okay, then question 19. Yeah, he said how many words? One word. So you have sun only. Yes. Upper. Upper. 21, dry. Then finally, north. Okay, it's a noun. Yes, or true, false, not given, sorry, true, false. 23, false. 24, true. 25, not given, good. And for question, the last one, 26, For which of the following questions does the writer offer an explanation? No, anthocyanins are restricted to certain. No, it is B, how leaves turn orange and yellow in autumn. He described this, what happens, why from the word green, then orange. He gives an explanation for this. Okay, for your homework today, you have one paragraph actually. I don't want to give more because you have a writing task at the end of the class today. Yes, you are going to have writing. So we go back a little bit. This one here, page 73. It's 73, gifted children and learning. Gifted children and learning. So, yeah, I want to notice something here. What does it mean? A reference, reference, reference. You have to have a name, a citation, اقتباس. Okay. So, for example, this is a reference. You will see here that the passages or the paragraphs are filled with names. Look here. This is a reference. Freeman, reference. There is another one here somewhere. Okay, they are between brackets. Okay, if you look here, Shore and Kavinsky. Here. Look, reference. Yes, reference, reference. Yeah, so we have a name, Simonton here, Elshot here. So when you have a name and a year, this year means publications, the name, the book, yes. I took taken from a book, so Shore and Kavinsky, 1993. So this is called a reference, marja or masdar. So reference, 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 what do? You follow the references. Okay. And finally, you have filling the gaps, no more than, yes, this is your homework. I want you to do this in 24 minutes now. "24 minutes. Try to do it in 24 minutes. Even if you take more time, this is your goal, inshallah. Okay, so still we have the, yes. Today we are going to start a very, very important class. And my, let's say, recommendation, or I advise you, even after you attend the class today with me, I want you to see it again on the report, because I'm going to keep this class for 7 days, even after the course. So if you count 7 days from today, so this will be even after the course. So I want you to see this class, the class of today, okay, class 16, twice, 3 times. Why? Because, guys, I'm going, inshallah, to cover 2 of the major elements, and how to develop an argument question, how to develop an opinion question. If we have time, I can finish also how to develop and write a problem solution essay. So the 3 of them, I want to put them in one class, which is today. So everybody move to writing task 2. Okay, this one here. Yesterday, I asked a question. Page 160, 160. Okay. Okay. If you look here, we have this photo of a teenager and his mom. Today's teenagers have more stressful lives than previous generations. Full stop. So it is a statement, a fact. Today's teenagers have more stressful lives than previous generations. Full stop. Discuss this view. So discuss this view, that means this is an opinion question. Discuss it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? So the first thing we say, it is an opinion question. Opinion task. But we can make it an argument task. Okay. Again, always it is a fact. The opinion, you can make it an argument. But the argument, you cannot make it an opinion. Why? Simply because when I say, yes, when I say discuss both, you cannot discuss one view. You have to discuss both. That's it. Now, we said today's, of course, coming to this point, yes, coming to this point. Okay. He says here, today's teenagers have more stressful lives. It is a fact. It is a true issue. The writer here has another view. He's not only going to talk about the stresses now, but he's going to talk about the stresses on the previous generations. So he's going to change the opinion into a balanced argument essay. How? Everybody go here to the first. We have this table. If you look at the table, this table is about linking words. We have already taken linking words. Okay, so these are some types of linking words, but we have already taken, we said linking at the beginning, linking in the middle. Now I'm going to answer with you. Everybody go to page 162, please. We have a balanced argument essay here. I'm going to answer this with you now. And not very big. I'll keep it with this size. Why? Because I'm going to show you the whole structure of a balanced argument, number one. Then we do the three stages. What are they, the three stages? The introduction part, the body part, the conclusion part. So in general, we have three parts: the introduction, the body, then the conclusion. So this is part one, part two, part three. But if you notice here, if you look here, the body part is, we have three bodies. But in general, they represent the body. And in the bodies, why do we have three bodies? Simply because we have three main ideas. So each main idea, we give it a paragraph. Easy. Introduction, main ideas, not main idea, main ideas, then conclusion. Let us start. Despite a continuing improvement in the standard of living, many people believe that young people suffer more stress than older generations. What is the technique he used in here? Just a minute. Okay, I'm going just to do it because you are going to write on your books. So I'm just going to make it bigger. Why? Just to make the advantage for everyone here. Okay, number one. What is this sentence? Despite. What is he doing? He's paraphrasing the question. Now, write a note here. Write a note. In the balanced argument essay. Balanced means what? Two views. Yes, balanced argument essay. We, paraphrase here, note. We say paraphrase the question by a concessional statement. By a concessional statement. What does it mean, concessional statement? Despite a continuing improvement in standard of living, many people believe that young people suffer more stress than older generations. Despite of life is getting better and better, we still have young people who suffer from, we say, stress. Despite we have many rich countries, we still have poor people. So what is this? I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying this is good. We have good life conditions, but still we have life stress. Okay, we talked about this yesterday. We said the stress of school, the stress of poverty, the stress of security. Okay, we talked about the stresses. Yes, we have cars, we have money, we have technology, we have good houses, but still we have what? We have stress, yes. Yes, you are stressed in your job. You have stress from your work. You have stress from, so that's fine. Now, it is a technique in the balanced argument. Balanced. It's an excellent technique to start with a concessional statement. In this essay, okay, they want to change the color. In this essay, the arguments surrounding the issue of teenage stress will be discussed. Right? This is note 1. Here, note 1. Note 2. No initial position. No initial position in the introduction. Of a balanced essay. Because it's a balanced essay, no what? No initial position. Look, paraphrase the question, then the focus of the question. Paraphrasing, using concessional, then the focus. What is the focus? In this essay, the arguments surrounding the issue of teenage stress will be discussed. So he doesn't say, I believe, I strongly agree, I disagree, I am with, I am, no, nothing. He is just giving the task. That's it. Paraphrasing the question, giving the topic, then the focus of the essay. What is the essay? Opinion, argument, problem solution. Because it is an argument, no position. Remember, هنعيد هذا الكلام كثير طبعا. Now moving to main idea one. Body one. Firstly, teenagers, I'm going to use it here, the red line. Teenagers are exposed to more products than earlier generations, okay, as a result of living in a modern consumer society. So this is what? This is what here? Here, this one here. This is main idea one. So this is main idea one. Okay, so main idea one. What is the main idea one? Teenagers now, they feel stressed because, why? Because they are exposed to more products than earlier generations. More technology, more jewelry, more TV programs. So they are exposed to more products. In the past 50, 60, 70 years, there was no internet, there was no TV. So now they are exposed. Okay, what do you mean by this? Now development through films and the media. They see celebrities with expensive jewelry, clothes, and cars. Okay, in addition, to youth-oriented advertising. What is youth-oriented? Women-oriented, children-oriented. الموجه لي youth-oriented advertising. الدعاية الموجهة للشباب. Children-oriented موجهة للأطفال. Women-oriented موجهة للنساء أو المرأة. Okay, oriented, very nice word. هذه كلها one word, by the way. It is one word. Youth/oriented. It is counted as one word. In addition to the films, to the media, they see celebrities with expensive jewelry, with cars, everything. In addition to youth-oriented advertising, gives them an awareness of the latest technology, such as digital music formats and mobile phones. Okay, then we have stage 3. As a result, or consequently, you can say consequently, I don't want to say it, use as a result. Consequently, the same. Consequently. So, okay. Consequently. Okay, you can say also so. Or as a result. Choose one. Teenagers feel the pressure to acquire these items. Now, we started with the green line here. So this is the, we say, number 2 development. Okay, let us give it an arrow نشير عليها للسهم. هذا السهم ماشي غلط. Okay, so this is development. Now we have this green thing in here. So this is come on. The writer's opinion here. The writer's opinion. How he is giving his opinion. Read the sentence here. It's meaning plus grammar. Some might argue that these pressures are not new. However, I believe that such stresses were not so strong during earlier times. The writer's opinion, yes, is given by refuting the opposing arguments. How? Some might, some, who are some? His view? Is it his view when I say some might? It is believed. Is it his view? نرجع مرة ثانية اللي قلناه زمان. We have 3 types of opinion. Some people believe, it is generally believed, I believe. So here he's saying some. Other people, yes. Some might argue that these pressures are not new. This is the other people's view. However, I feel, I believe, okay, I see. So here he's showing his view. I believe that such stresses were not so strong during earlier times. So he's showing, yes, some might say these stresses are not new. That means in the past, there were pressures. However, despite this, in spite of this, I believe that such stresses were not so strong during earlier time. He is saying we have pressures in the past, but now they are little bit stronger or not so strong. Not stronger, but not so strong. This is how you develop an idea. You give them an idea. What is the main idea? Teenagers now, they see products. They are exposed by TV, media, movies. They see famous people. They see advertisements. So what do they see? They see jewelry, mobile phones, fashion. So as a result, they feel the pressure of having them. You have to know something that not all young people, what they see, they can buy. So that's some pressure. Good. Then he gives the other view, and he said, as a result or consequently, teenagers feel pressure to acquire these items. Some might argue now you have to give the other view. Some might argue that these pressures are not strong, are not new. However, I believe that such stresses were not so strong. The question here, after you give the main idea, after you develop it and explain it, you have to give me your opinion. Agree with this? Disagree with this? You have to show me. So he used the technique by refuting the opposing argument. But you can say, therefore, I believe that these stresses are so strong, or these stresses are a major, we say, source of stress. Give me your opinion about the point, media, television, advertisements. Give me. So he gave us his view by refuting the other view. Now we finished body one, main idea one. Now we move to body two. I feel really sorry when I delete everything because it takes from me too much time and effort to write it anyway. It could also be argued that pressures at school are stronger than before. So this is main idea two. What is main idea two? It could also, moreover, in addition. So he's adding what? Adding idea two to idea one. What is idea one? There are pressures because of media. They live in a consumer society. So they see things, they want them. That's pressure one. Pressure two, the pressure of school. Okay. In order to achieve the lifestyle they see in the media, teenagers must be succeed in their studies. So they can compete. Okay, and I will have to change the color just a minute because I need, no. Just a minute. As a result, so in order, yes, here we have to change the color in order to. So the blue color here is that development, achievement. In order to achieve the lifestyle they see in the media, teenagers must succeed in their studies so they can compete for the best jobs. Parental pressure. Parental. What's parental? Fathers and mothers. Exams, examinations, and homework are all reported as cause increased levels of strain. So this is what development. Okay, just a minute جايك أنا عارفك والله عرفتك حتسأل. Why there is no opinion here? He didn't say, I believe. What does it mean? It could also be argued. That means this is what? Linking to what? To body one. Yeah, to paragraph one. So it could be or moreover. Okay, so I am adding. When I add, what does that mean? It's the same opinion. It could also be argued. Moreover, so I'm adding. So I don't have to repeat. So no position to avoid repetition. إذا هنا حنكتب ملاحظة. No note. No position to avoid لتجنب repetition. There is no need to say I agree. Okay. Well, one of the most, we say, dangerous things is smoking. Smoking can damage health, we say immensely. Oh, I believe smoking should be banned from every, or smoking, or we say cigarettes should be banned from all shops. It could also be added that even hubbly bubbly or hubble bubbles that hubbly bubbly they call it, should also be banned. So there is no opinion here. I don't say, and they can cause. I believe that. No, I'm saying also, moreover, when you add an idea, don't repeat your position. This would be what? repetition. This is in the argument essay. Argument essay. الوضع هيختلف في الopinion essay. هنيجي بعد شوي وهنشوف الopinion. So, body 1, okay, body 1 or paragraph 1 or main idea 1. Teenagers now, they have stressful lives because of they live in a consumer society. Body 2, they have stresses because they have to study, they have to go through exams to get a better job. Parents and exams, they are also, yes. Now, we are moving now to the opposite side. Introduces the opposing argument. Yes. Now we say, on the other hand, comma. On the other hand, in contrast, whilst. So here I'm shifting, he's shifting to the other hand. What is the other hand? The stress in the past. He's going to talk about the stresses on past generations. Although it may be true to say that modern society produces certain stresses, it doesn't necessarily mean that stress was previously absent. What did he do here with this statement? Although it may be true to say that modern society produces certain stresses, there is a comma here. It doesn't necessarily mean that stress was previously absent. What does he do? A concessional statement. Very good. So he is here presenting the opposite view by a concessional statement. لأنه انتقل إلى الجهة الأخرى لكن بنفس الصيغة. صحيح أنه هنا عندنا ضغوطات على التينيجرز، على المراهقين أو كذا أو الشباب، لكن هذا لا يعني أنه الضغط لم يكن موجود في السابق. So he's shifting but using a concessional عشان يأكد على حكاية balance. In earlier times, hunger and physical discomfort would undoubtedly have caused high levels of anxiety. So in the past, what are the stresses? Some of the stresses: hunger, الجوع, physical discomfort, التعب الجسدي أو الجسماني, would undoubtedly have caused high levels of anxiety, القلق, الإرهاق, الإجهاد, as would hard physical labor. For example, number 7, working down a mine, working down a farm, working in the desert. What's a mine? Mine اللي هو المنجم. منجم اللي هو عادة مناجم تحت الأرض. So he's giving an example, and work in a mine is a disastrous. It's something which is very, very hard. Or working in the desert, working with animals, working in a farm. So body 3, or let's say main idea 3, he is now talking about the stresses in the past. So young people in the past had stresses. So he gave me 2 stresses now and 1 stress in the past. Not one, actually. He said hunger. You can say diseases. You can say hard work. كلها ضغوطات. Okay. any balanced view, any, now this is his position, opinion, any must take into account these alternative factors. هنا إذن the writer's view. Now, I want you to look at body 1, the writer's view, and body 3, the writer's view. Body 1, the writer's view. What does he say in body 1? Some might argue these pressures yes. So what is he doing here? Supporting that stresses now are strong. Now, what is he doing in body 3? Any balanced view must take into account these factors, these stresses, these alternative المتغيرة factors. So what is he doing here? He is supporting this view 1. No, this view 2. So in body 1, he supported the stresses now. In body 3, he supported the stresses in the past. Is that clear to you? Yes, you can. But in this case, it is not a balanced argument. It is not balanced. It's going to be like this. Balance means this balance. Balance means the right is like the left. Balance. What does it? You can change it, Zaid, as you like. Balance. Look at the title. Look at the title. It's called Balanced Argument Essay. Balanced balance that. You can change the balance as you like. For me, I can change it. I would say, however, stresses in the past, they weren't so dangerous or strong like now. I can change, but as I said, it's a good technique to have a very good mark. It's a technique. Okay. Now, body 1, main idea 1, stresses because of media and living in a consumer society. Consumer society. مجتمع استهلاكي. Yes? This is clear? Okay. It's balanced. I'm showing I am with this one and this one. That's my opinion. I think we say stress is here. It is a stressful life. They have stressful, and in the past they have stressful life. This is my opinion. That's balanced. Yes, balanced. Yes. I have 2 sons. I love this one and this one. Balanced. Okay. Yes, I have 2 cars. Both are good. So the old car is good. The new car is good as well. So it's balanced. So he's showing you. He said any balanced view must take into account. So you have to consider this point because it's important. Okay, yes. I don't say this is good, this is bad. If you show it to me, show it clearly. I have to see your position. Are you with stress now? Are you with the stress in the past, or are you with both? Yes, with both. Yes. يعني مرات يجي حتى الطالب يقول he talks about stresses now, the security stress, the financial stress, the health stress maybe now. Okay, so people, they are suffering In the past, there were stresses, but I don't know if they are so strong. So I'm showing you, I don't know. المهم يكون الرأي واضح. مشكلتكم وين؟ المشكلة الحقيقية. You give the main idea, you explain, develop the main idea, give examples, then you forget your opinion. That's the issue. So you have to show me your position. Now we have the conclusion. In the conclusion, we have to see two main things. In the conclusion, in the summary, you have to give me two things. Paraphrasing the main ideas, and you have to show me your final position. So to sum up, consumerism. Consumerism. This is in body one. Main idea one. Oh, let's write it main idea one. There is no need to say body or whatever. So consumerism is consumerism. This is main idea one. So there he said, teenagers feel the stress because they live in a consumer society. So what did he do? Summarizing by paraphrasing the main ideas. إعادة صياغة للأفكار. He didn't say they live in a consumer society. No, no, no. غيرها إلى consumerism and academic pressures. Here, main idea two. Okay, are powerful causes of stress on today's teenagers. So these two ideas about what? Today. Okay, the stresses of today. Then number 8, you say nevertheless. Nevertheless, comma, it is my view that these stresses are no greater than those experienced by earlier generations. Those experienced by earlier generations, this is main idea 3. What are they? Those, استخدم كلمة إشارة. Those experienced by earlier generations like hunger, physical discomfort, hard labor, hard work. So this is main idea 3. So it is my view. هذا هو الفاينل position. What is his final position? That these experiences are no greater. No greater. No greater means the same. No greater. He can even say greater, less greater. Say me عجبك, I follow you. But he finished the idea, no greater. Stress is now, stress is in the past, no one is greater than the other. So that means they are balanced. فيش حد أحسن من حد، فيش حد أكبر من حد، فيش حد أقوى من أحد. So that's it. We say the same. This is the balanced argument. Now, in the conclusion here we say, or we say that conclusion must give what? Two things. Paraphrased main ideas, then the writer's final position. This is, ladies and gentlemen, what we have for the balanced argument essay. After the break, we are going to have the opinion essay. So if we have an argument essay, follow this strategy. If it is opinion, inshallah, we are going to follow the strategy we are going to explain later. Okay, I think this is very clear. And we are going to take 10, 15 examples after these. Too many examples will be explained today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, inshallah. And by repeating the examples, you will see that all of them have the same format. Vocabulary changes, grammar changes, but the ideas, the format, the frame is the same. Okay? Anyway, yes, let's have a break now. Oops. Okay, and then, yes, take a break, 15 minutes. Welcome back. Now we are going to move to the opinion essay. We are going to move now to the opinion essay. Look at this question, question number 3, everybody. Page of 163, 163. An increasing number of people are turning to vegetarianism. An increasing number of people are turning to become vegetarian. What is vegetarianism? Just a minute. Just turning. So they used to what? Meat. But then, so if you look at the IELTS questions, we don't have questions about religion, for example, Buddhists or Buddhism, or because you know these Hindus, the Hindu people, they don't have meat. So this is not the question about that. He said an increasing number of people are turning. So they are changing eating habits. They are changing their eating habits to become vegetarians. Some people believe that people are following a vegetarian diet for reasons other than animal rights issues. Do you agree with this? That means they don't change because they say animals have rights. We should not kill animals. Animals are our brothers and sisters in this world. Some people think in this way. Why should we kill? Yes, so they can have, a fur coat made of some animals like foxes or mink. They call mink. They kill animals, but for food, no. Okay, so he said, people are changing their diets to become vegetarians for reasons other than, not. So don't say because of animal rights. Don't say because of halal haram. Don't say this. Why people are changing? Give me main ideas. They change because I showed you a trick. I taught you a trick before. It's about, think about something related to lifestyle. So people now are changing their diets to have more healthy foods. Why? To have, let's say, yes, body build, yes, to consume less calories, okay. And there are TV programs about healthy foods. So number one, it's part of style. 2, no, he said no animal rights issues. Other than. No. So he said, so number one, lifestyle, to live a healthy life, to have a good, let's say, body or nice shape. 2, what do some countries suffer from now? The meat is what? Costly, expensive. So if you take countries like Egypt or Syria, or so it's too, or even Tunisia, I don't know, but I think it's costly. So because of financial issues, people turning for cheaper, we say cheaper options. Okay, so now, yes, cheaper, because if you have 1 kilo of meat, which is now 40, 45 dinars, you can have maybe vegetables, and that's it, that's an alternative. So number 1, lifestyle. Number 2, cost issues. 3, what do recently, the last few years, what did some types of meat have? Like, have you ever heard of bird flu? Bird flu. Yes, or mad cow disease, mad cow, جنود البقر. Okay, so some people are afraid of meat because of the diseases could be caused by these foods. So this is a kind of changing diet. Okay. Yes. Another question. Look at this question, everybody. Where is it? Number 5. Supermarkets should only sell food produced from within their own country, not from, rather than, imports from overseas. So supermarkets, we have, the supermarkets should only sell food made, produced in Libya, not imported from Italy, from. What are your opinions on this? So what is this? What question is this? Opinion essay. Now you have to agree or disagree. What is your opinion? You go to the supermarket and only products, you find only products within here. Okay, so if I say yes, I agree, why? If you disagree, why? Yes, look here, to protect the local, or we say to protect here, to protect the national economy. Okay, so to protect لحماية الاقتصاد القومي الوطني. What do you mean by this? Now you have to explain it. If the supermarkets, okay, sell products from made in the country, this will support, encourage, boost the local companies to produce and to make business. So in this way, we protect these companies. 2, what disadvantages if we have? Okay, you can say the negative impact on the environment. So if you have, for example, if you export, if you import bananas from Ecuador. So Ecuador is in South America. So how many thousands of miles or kilometers these products come by sea, but the ships, what? They burn fuel, so that affects the environment negatively. Also, the products will be costly. Yes. So here now we have a model answer supporting this view. This is, we say, a one-sided argument, means an opinion essay. I have now, I'm going to read with you the model answer, the next page, page 164, an opinion essay. Guys, I want you to read it. Then we are going to do the same thing I did with the argument essay or balanced argument essay. Read it first, read the introduction, then body 1, body 2, body 3, then the conclusion. Then I'm going to show you how to build up, how to design, as you asked me before, the class, an opinion essay now. About other than, of course, you never mention it. My view, I don't want to bring food from overseas. It's my view. Or rather that, we don't, no, you don't import. Why? Why you don't import? You should sell products made here in your country. Never import from overseas. Why? So you can give ideas. Read this, please, and you will see here, he's going to give two main ideas. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Read it, then we discuss it. Read it, please. Just read it, then we discuss it. 10 minutes from now, things will become clearer. 10 minutes only. Just wait for these 10 minutes. Okay. When you finish, tell me you finished. Okay. Nowadays, supermarkets are stocked with food products from around the world. Some would argue that it would be better if food produced was not imported. So what happened here? He paraphrasing the topic. Paraphrasing the topic. Plus something, which is what is called initial position. I firmly believe that this view is correct, and we'll discuss the reasons why in this essay. Yes. In the opinion essay, initial position الموقف الابتدائي initial position must be given because it's opinion, agree, disagree, like, don't like, with, against, you must give me your position. It's a must. It is a very important. I firmly believe that this view is correct. Now we will see when we develop the view here, why he is saying firmly, strongly believe. Okay, so the topic is introduced and the writer's opinion, we say initial opinion. Why do we call it initial? ابتدائي, because he's not saying why. Just agree, disagree, like, don't like, with, against, no details. ولهذا يسمى رأي ابتدائي. Now, body one, I want to make both ideas clear here. Okay, yes, we have, yes. Body one. Now in body one, first idea is given, examples are given for support, describes what other may argue, but refutes it by restating the writer's view. Here we have three things in this body. We have main idea, development of the main idea, position of the writer. I'm going to use the three colors. It is certainly the case that importing food can have a negative effect on local culture. So when we have foods imported from overseas, this would damage the culture, negative effect. What do you mean by this? This can be seen in countries such as Japan. That's the development, where imported food has become more popular than traditional local produce, eroding people's understanding of their own food traditions. So people in Japan, they have McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, eroding. Yeah, this is from an oil expression. I know. Yeah, you know this erosion اللي هو yeah, erosion تآكل يتآكل أو يتفتت. Eroding. يمحق يمسح يفتت يؤكل. people's understanding of their own food. يعني مفهوم الناس لمأكولاتها لعاداتها تتآكل تصبح ضعيفة تتفتت إلى أن تختفي. Eroding people's understanding of their own food traditions. The idea is clear. The example of Japan is clear. Now, the writer's position. Therefore, although some would claim that this is a natural part of economic development in an increasing global world, I feel strongly that any loss of regional culture would be detrimental. So here we say the writer's position by refuting the opposite view. What is the opposite view? Although some people, this is part of development, نوع من التطور. Okay, so this is part of a natural part of economic development in an increasing global world. I feel strongly that any loss of regional culture would be detrimental. That's the issue here. حتمي نهائي راح يكون التدمير شامل وخطير. So here we have I feel strongly. In the introduction, he said, I firmly believe. Now, strongly. Okay. Now, the three parts, are they clear? Main idea, development position. Are they clear? Yes. He's not giving balance or supporting other views. Opinion, his opinion. Two, a second major reason to reduce imports is the environmental cost. Main idea 2. Main idea 1. What do you mean by the cost of environment? Yes, development. Currently, many food imports, such as fruit, are transported thousands of miles by road, sea, and air, making the product more expensive. This is your point, Hiba, to buy, and increasing pollution from exhaust fumes. Yes, so it's more expensive because you have to pay for the cost of, yes, bringing them, and there is also the cost of exhaust fumes, غازات العدم, fuel burning. So that affects the environment negatively. His position of view, despite the fact that the trade in food exports has existed for many years, I am convinced that a reduction would bring significant financial and environmental gains, because he said financial because expensive, environmental means exhaust fumes. And now he did it again. What did he do? The writer's position by the writers gives, let's say gives here, his position by refuting the oppositive view. I believe, despite the fact that the trade in food has existed for many years, it is business. However, I am convinced that a reduction would bring significant financial and environmental, we say, gains or positive issues. This is a fully developed idea. So main idea one, supporting his position to protect the culture. Two, main idea two, supporting his position to protect the environment and to be less costly. Now, body three. What happened in body three? Please, I want you to read it before I go to it. Read it again. Body three. What happened in body three? In body three, he shifted to the what? To the opposing argument, to the opposite argument. What is the opposite argument? We should import from overseas. It is a good idea. Opposite his view. Then he refuted this view. However, many jobs depend on food exports, and some less developed countries may even depend on this trade for economic survival. The writer gives the opposing or opposite view. What is the opposite view here? Many jobs depend on food exports, and some less developed countries may even depend on this trade. Then he refutes this. In spite of this, the importance of developing local trade shouldn't be undervalued. Then the opposing view is refuted. Why he is doing this? Body one, to support his view, to protect the culture. Body two, to support his view, to protect the environment and the cost or the financial issues. Why he is going to the other view? Then he refutes it as well. Why he's going to the opposite view? Is this important in the opinion essay? It is part of academia. This is the academic technique. And when you write academically, you have to give your views. Then you give the other side. That's the other side, but I'm against it. That's it. Okay? This is the academic way of writing. If you give only your views, this is not, let's say, 100% correct, because you have to be, you have to avoid being biased. يعني يجب أن bias كلمة nice word. Yes. Bias معناته تجنب الانحياز. Bias, being biased. So to be fair, these are my views, and this is their view, but I am against that view as well. And in this way, the opinion essay is academic. Okay, that's a very important issue. Again, body one, my view. Body two, supporting my view as well. Body three, no. The other view, but I refute it. يعني كأنه لم يحصل لأنه أنت أعطيته ثم نقصته. Yes. He didn't. No. But he didn't give it as a main idea. Be careful. But the one main idea to protect the culture, my view. Then he said, yeah, this is part of business. No way. Body two, to protect the environment and to make it less costly. Many people do it. I'm against it. There is a, but body three, the main idea is not his idea. That's the issue. It's not. He said, However, many jobs depend. He didn't say, I believe, I think. No, no. It's many jobs. It's a business issue. However, in spite of this, the importance of developing local trade shouldn't be undervalued. Now, in the balanced argument essay, in the conclusion, we saw two things. Paraphrasing the main ideas, and we had three main ideas, balance, and his position opinion. What do we have here in that final conclusion? Could you read it, please? How many ideas you can see? Can you tell me how many ideas you can see? Two main ideas or the three main ideas here? When you want, two, three, read it. In conclusion, I am certain that reducing food imports would have cultural and environmental benefits. Okay. What is more, the local economy should in time prosper commercially as the demand for local and regional products remains high, resisting the competition from overseas. This is a recommendation. Not a main idea. It's a recommendation. توصية فقط. Okay, so cultural, number one, this is in body one, to protect the culture. Environmental, this is body two. Where is body three? Why? Because it's an opinion essay. When I make a summary, I don't care about the other's view. My view. What is my view? Two things, to protect the culture, to protect the environment. How about it's part of business? This is not my view, not in the conclusion. Now, summary again for the opinion essay. In the opinion essay, you have to show me your position in the introduction, body one, body two, body three, and conclusion. So if you look at my fingers, we have 5 times. His position is given 5 times. How about the argument essay? He gave his argument in body one and conclusion only. Why? Because body one, he gave, we said, his view about now. Then he said, moreover, in addition, he gave main idea, didn't repeat his position. Body three, he said also he gave his view, then the conclusion. So we have 3 times in the argument and 5 times in the opinion. So in the opinion, you have to keep giving your position. It's an opinion essay. Argument is easier. Well, yeah, that's my advice. If you can make the opinion essay into balanced argument, make it balanced argument. Technically, balanced argument is easier than this one because you have what's called your view is consistent throughout the passage, a clear position throughout your essay. If you want to reach band 9, I have to see your opinion in the introduction, opinion in body 1, opinion in body 2, opinion body 3, and opinion in the conclusion. That's 2 times higher than, or 2 times more than the argument. You decide. لكن الله غالب. If I say argument essay, you have to answer it as argument essay. If it is opinion, you can make the opinion into an argument. You can, yes, but not necessarily to be balanced. We said that. Okay, now, after finishing the opinion, argument, opinion, any questions Do you have any questions? Okay. Revision of showing opinion. We said when we started this class today, we have 3 types of opinion. The general, he said, it is generally believed, it is a fact, it is true. For example, it is generally believed that transportations are making or are considered as the highest cause of air pollution. So if you ask anyone in the world, what is the cause of pollution? Transportations, factories. So they will answer like this. So it is generally believed. Some people we talk about less. So some people believe that children should study more than 1 language. Others think that children should, let's say, focus on their subjects. So this is less than general, we say some. Then finally, it's the I believe, the personal. Yes. So here we have a table. We have already taken something like this previously. So describing your own opinion. So you say, I'm using the green color again. I'm certain, for me, I'm convinced, in the long run, I believe that. Okay, disagreeing with an idea, there is no justification, I'm completely against, I don't believe, yes. Giving an opinion, in my view, I would agree that, I feel strongly. No strong opinion, there could be a case, would be. So we use here auxiliaries like could, would, may, might, etc. So this is your opinion. Then we have other people's opinion, and you have to show me this as well. It is often said, claimed, it seems apparent. Many researchers, many scientists have found that. Some people believe that. Okay, so this is when you talk about others. To make it short, نختصرها عليكم, we have 2 views, my view and others' view. The others, maybe they are general or specific, but me is different. I or me or others, that's it. Is that clear? Good. I have to see it. I have to see it. Okay, and because tomorrow I'm going to repeat all these techniques again, and after tomorrow, inshallah, by the will of Allah, I'm going to repeat them again. So repeating. And then when you come to the exam next week, you will have them the same. So no secrets in here. Opinion, argument, opinion. Okay, now let's go to the last part, which is the easiest part in writing, which is the problem solution essay. From the name, we have a problem and you should give a solution. Now, in the problem solution essay, we have some issues we should avoid. Page 167, please. Very important, right? Just write very important here. Because it's a problem, any problem in the world has different solutions. So there is no absolute statement. Now, if I say, just tell me if I'm true or not. All people in the world hate smoking. No one ever drives fast. It is always the case that people solve their problems. So in the problem solution essay, please avoid what's called absolute statements. Absolute العبارات اللي هي مش فقط حتمية، اللي ليس لها يعني مثلا when I say this problem or this solution not certainly will be solved. No. We say would be, could be, might be, possibly solved. Probability, احتمالية. If I say this solution will absolutely solve the problem, you are okay. That coherence, cohesion go down because who says that? Is it the same solution? You can do it in Spain. You can do it in South Africa, for example. No. So we say would, could, may, might. Changing the language of absolute الحتمي القطعي to probability الاحتمالية. This would increase your coherence, cohesion. It is more academically accepted. في المصطلح الأكاديمي عندما يأتي أصل الحل أو في بحث وهذا الحل بالتأكيد قطعيا 100% سيحل المشكلة للأبد. This could be used in just chit chat on a Facebook chat, but academically you can't make it. So I would stop people from smoking for good. Yes, you can stop them from smoking if you kill all the world. If you kill all the people on earth, no one will be alive to smoke. Anyway, this would be very stupid anyway. So please, هذه الحركات, these little things make big difference in marking. يعني هو جاي يصحح الإكزامينر وانا ماشي اموري طيبه ومندمج مع الطالب اصحح له وبعدين نجي للكونكلوجن يقول لك this is certainly the best عفس. This is certainly calculated. This would be, could be. شو خاسر انت؟ Make it probable, possible. Avoiding all and every. All people are happy. Every child is smart. So you can say certain group, the majority of students, minority of kids, large number of students. So don't say every, all, always. Okay, please avoid them. Avoiding always as well. So number one, you have to use auxiliaries, would, could. Number two, avoid all or every. And finally, three, you have to avoid always, okay? People always come on time, not always come on time. Sometimes come on time, sometimes come early, sometimes come late. This is what we have, no absolute statements. This little mistake, slip, can cost you 2 band scores in coherence, cohesion. This is like the slip of when I say I have 6 brothers and sisters. يعني هذا النوع من الخطأ القاتل. ما اقدرش اتجاوز نقول I have 6 okay 6 خلينا نشوف ال6 كيف حتنفعك بعدين. You will never get more than 5 for pronunciation. فهناك slips we can overcome them. I can give you the best of the marks, so I can push you to 6. But if you say tankus, okay, 6, extreme, the measurements extreme, okay, extreme. Anyway, so because of Arabic, so extreme, 6, okay, so you have to develop. So the examiner can little bit give you the advantage of band 6, even if it is not 6, but you can get the advantage because you are not saying something like strategic. What's strategic? Anyway. But we have features in say No. We have features. I'm not a native speaker, but I became an examiner because I am fulfilling the features of correct pronunciation. I have my accent, of course. I'm not talking about the accent. I'm talking about the error of pronunciation. Okay. Yes. يعني يجيك واحد. Let's talk about the internet. Well, we have very strong internet in my house. The net in our home is really strong. net اللي هو الصيبان القمر يعني. يقول لك the net, all of you have the net. Yes, my mom, my dad, my brothers, all of them have the net. Net, okay, نتفق عينك anyway. So if you say net here, you're laughing. طبعا مستحيل. But that changes the meaning. So net, this is different from net. For sure. Yes. So these, يعني if you make, yeah, احنا مرات يعني واحد شنو يقول والله هو ريكورد يعني. Sometimes تمسك نفسك ما تقدرش تضحك. وتقول له what in hell are you saying? What are you talking about? ومش منتبه طبعا شنو العفسه ولا اللي صار. So okay, I don't want to go over this. So let's finish this one here. Be careful. Okay, the best thing is to have more listening. Just please, just listen, and the listening is going to fix your pronunciation for sure. Input, output. Okay, now we have a question. Now we have a question. This is the format, this is the frame of problem solution essay. What to write in the introduction, what to write in body 1, and what to write in body 2, body 3, and conclusion. No more, no less. Follow the procedure, you get band 9 for task response and coherence cohesion. Look at the question. In some countries, privately owned transport systems have a poor safety record. It's a fact. Some countries, privately owned transport systems. Privately owned like what? Like cars, buses, okay, motorbikes. People, we are the people. And what is wrong with our cars? They don't have good safety issues. So maybe the braking system is not working, some issues with lights. As a result, what happens because of this no safety record? Accidents, yes, accidents. People don't care about safety issues. And I think you can always hear what's happening in Pakistan, in Egypt, because they don't care about safety record. For example, in ships 2 years ago or 3, if you remember the ship going to Mecca with Hajis, okay, a ferry, اللي هي العبارة, and it drowned with the Hajis and hundreds of them died because of no safety issues or regulations on that ship. Private, not the government, private. Yes. In some countries, privately owned transport systems have a poor safety record. Yet, however, it is the government who has ultimate, highest, biggest responsibility for public safety. How can governments ensure that private transport companies do not neglect safety regulations? We have a problem. What is the problem? Problem of safety, problem of global warming, problem of smoking, global of car accidents. So we have problems. Solution. So he said that government. So he's asking you, what should governments do to correct this situation? Okay, now I want to go one step back with you to a previous homework or a previous, if you go to page, please, 156. 156. Go to this paragraph, please, passage. You remember this one? He said, there is a problem of traffic jams. And one solution is to ban cars from entering the city center. So if you remember. Now, what happened in the introduction? So here, describing what? Describing the problem fully. And we said, زدت عليها كلمة, and its implications وتداعياتها والأشياء المرتبطة في هذه الجملة في هذه المشكلة. So in the introduction, why do we have a traffic jam? Okay, now in many countries, privately owned or the safety record of privately owned transport is very low, now is making a problem. So how to describe this fully? You can say, in most world cities, there are millions of what? Of cars which are, yes, owned by people. Now, you have to move to the problem. Why the safety of these cars is low? However, these cars are suffering from safety issues like no good braking systems, no maintenance for the engines. Okay, as a result, accidents happen. Okay, why this is a problem? Why people don't care about safety? Give one reason. So say, this is because, yes, some countries, they are poor. So people, they don't care, they can't offer fixing. Now we explain the problem fully. And it's, we say what? Implications. Now look here, we go back. Okay. Yes, here, just want to make you forget. So in fact, in the introduction, introduces the background of the topic, identify and fully describe the problem and its implications. You have to. And you may also choose to give your own point of view. For example, in this essay, the problem of safety will be discussed. The problem of safety in privately owned cars will be discussed. Now, body one, pay attention. This is very important. Describe your first solution. Discuss only the advantages. No. Listen to me. Discuss only the advantages. So solution one, governments should what? Do what? To reduce the accidents, to make the safety better. What should the government do? Give me a good solution. Only the advantages of this solution. Make it an easy solution. Why? Because you will see why later. Give me an easy, applicable, يمكن تطبيقها, easy to follow solution. Governments should what? Use what? Use media to, okay, to what? To increase what? Awareness. Because it's the cheapest way. So they can have programs on TV, on the internet, or YouTube or TikTok, for example, to increase the people's awareness about safety. And I think this is good because most people are what? Are using these, yes, types of media every day. Did I say anything negative here? No. Media is good to increase awareness about accidents and because people have access to this media or to these media. I didn't say anything negative. Now look at body 2. Describe your second solution and discuss what? Advantages and disadvantages. What does it mean when you give the advantage and disadvantage? And body 1, no, only advantages. Body 2 means you are refuting it. You give the solution, but something negative. So that means this solution is not good. The second issue or the second solution is governments can monitor or have inspection teams to check all the cars by people. And this way, these teams can check the engines and the safety in every car. However, this would be too expensive. And many countries, they don't have or they can't offer having this solution. So the solution is good, but costly, kind of refuting technique. Okay, now keep in mind, body 1, we said media. I didn't say anything bad about media, only positive things. Solution 2, inspection teams, تفتيش صح inspection, yes, and then they can check, yes, the cars, yes, but unfortunately this would need thousands of people to work and this would be very costly. 3, yes, to put heavy fines, so police can issue heavy fines, غرامات كبيرة. The police can issue heavy fines for any person whose car is not, let's say, doesn't have safety, we say, requirements. As a result, this would reduce the accidents. However, or it is worth mentioning that most people would not find this a good solution because they don't have the money maybe to pay this. So solution 1, media. Solution 2, inspection teams. Solution 3, heavy fines, غرامات كبيرة. I said only the positive things about the solution 1. The solution 2, positive, negative, advantages, disadvantages. Advantages, disadvantages of solution 3. In the conclusion, look at me, summarizes the solutions and make recommendation about which solution you feel the best. In my case, it is in what? In body 1. The whole media. So you can say government can issue fines, can have inspection teams, but I believe the best solution is what is by having, we say, programs on media to increase people's awareness. End of the story. Anyone can write in this way. It is not complicated like opinion or argument. It is easy to follow and you can have a very high mark. But there is one little thing in here. In the last 5-6 years, we had maybe 2 or 3 questions about problem solution essays. We rarely, unfortunately, have them in the exam. 95% is opinion, argument, argument, opinion. Okay, I have a model answer. I want you to have a look. Yes. No. I think this is the best solution. That's my recommendation. Media is the best solution. Recommendation. No. Again, yes, because you recommend governments should use this solution. It is the best solution. This is my recommendation. Because I didn't say anything bad about it in body one. I didn't say anything bad. Yeah, أنا حطيتها في راسي هيك ترتيب. Body one, good things. Body two, good bad things. Body three, good bad things. معناها أنا حولتهم أصلا. To go back to it. It's a strategy. ولهذا لما يبدأ في الامتحان سؤال like this, with your pen of pencil or piece of pencil, make a strategy. Okay, solution one, media. Solution two, fines, غرامات. Solution three, okay, executions, إعدامات. Okay, so نعدم كل واحد سيارته فيها flat tire ولا قومة مضروبة. Okay, anyway, so solution one is the best. خلاص تبدأ عاد نكتب. That's it. Okay, now I'm going tomorrow to repeat everything again, but I want to give a homework today for writing. So go back a little bit. So this is going to be your first writing homework. Yes, go to page 116. These are three questions, take one. Take one. We have an opinion essay, we have an argument essay. Okay, and just choose one of them and write about it, because I have 3 days or 4 days before we reach the final exam, inshallah. So this is a very good opportunity to write to me, to give you a feedback. Then you go to the exam, then I give you a feedback, then exam 2, then I give you a feedback, so you can develop. If you don't write, I can't see what is inside you, and I can't help you. Choose one, take one, have a look, and tomorrow I'm going to repeat the 3 of them again in more examples. Then after tomorrow, they will be repeated with a revision. Okay? Yes. Anyway, thanks for being with me. And people here in the room, I'll give you a task to write in paper, answer sheet. You can, yes, people in the group, you have the format of the papers, so you can use them. Thank you, and see you all, inshallah, tomorrow, well and in good health. Okay, just a minute, don't go.